there's so many things you could do for your brain health that are probably infinitely better than taking 5 grams of creatine a day. It's like, why don't we talk about that? Cool. You want to talk about working out and nutrition for fat loss and for health, all that, great. But if you want to talk about brain health and your first recommendation is taking creatine, like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Well, I think we know why. Because it's easy. Like, it's
easy.
It's easy to put 5 grams of something in your protein shake and think that you're getting the same benefit as some other, like, doing 5 hours of zone 2 cardio a week or getting X number of steps per day, which aerobic exercise.
I think people playing chess would be better off for brain health than taking creatine. I think people like learning a new skill, reading a book, something like that would be way better than taking creatine for brain health.
I'm almost certain, I mean, you might be right on that, but I'm almost certain that all of those things aren't anywhere as beneficial for brain health. Chess, brain teasers, like the Sudokus. Yeah, exactly. As physical fitness is by far the number one based on my, distant understanding of the religion.
I know, obviously it's super important.
Hang on. So you think that using your brain is more beneficial for brain health than physical health is for brain health?
I don't know. I'm not well versed enough on the literature, nor
Me
am
neither.
I.
Nor does the literature even know. But if you had to pick between the two,
if I had to, so we're going back to the I can't prove this but segment. I can't prove this, but I very much believe from a brain health perspective, I think using your brain in a thinking capacity is probably better for your brain than just simply, like, for example, if I'm doing zone 2 cardio 45 minutes while watching a movie versus sitting down and playing chess or reading a new book or learning, I would assume that the sitting down activity where I'm actually using my brain more decisively and more like to make these decisions over and over and over again and taking in new information and learning it, I would imagine that is better for brain health than just the zone 2.
Interesting.
Do you think the opposite?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Just what your gut thinks?
It's mostly my gut, but a lot of it was based on the Alzheimer's and like dementia research from who's that doctor that I actually really liked a lot of the stuff he was putting out. And then during COVID, he like became CNN's guy. And then Rogan had him on and they had this big
Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah. He wrote a really solid book, and a lot of the literature he talked about around.
Did you read his book?
Yeah. This was before any of this, but yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew of him from that, and I loved the guy. Actually,
he pissed me off on Rogan.
Absolutely.
He wouldn't denounce the people that were clearly lying, and like he and I get it because he wanted to be loyal, but also he probably didn't want to lose his job more than anything. It's like his coworkers clearly did some really bad shit, and he just would refuse to denounce it. The
research he cited in that book around Alzheimer's and dementia prevention related to, I don't remember exactly. Like it wasn't like do your zone 2, but it was aerobic and anaerobic and strength-based work compared to doing things that test your brain. It was overwhelmingly, be in good physical health overall is the best thing you can do for your brain. Now
that is very interesting.
We don't live in a world where you have to pick one, thankfully. So
right, you could do both.